Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here today to talk to you guys about the Oakley radar sunglasses. I'm just going to give a brief overview of the sunglasses. I'm going to give a review of them, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about Oakley themselves. So first off, I'm lucky enough to have an Oakley retail store in my local mall, which is kind of nice. They can customize on spot. Obviously, they can't do as much customization, but you can get pretty much any lens, a decent selection of frame colors, and all the ear sock and nose piece colors, which is nice. It's enough to have it right there in front of you instead of ordering online and not knowing exactly what it looks like in real life. So it's nice to be able to create your own. And the people at Oakley are great. They let you just change lenses out one after the other, frames, whatever you want, they'll just keep doing it. But this is the case it came in, the soft vault is what they call it. Very nice case, very protective. Let's unzip it. Inside is my pair of Oakley radars with the spare fire, or the fire iridiums are in right now, but the black iridium lens is the one I actually got originally. It's vented. I do run cross country right there, so it helps with the fogging. It is a performance lens when it's vented. I don't really see why you would have it vented otherwise, but that is the main purpose of it, to keep airflow going through the lens and to prevent fogging. The black iridium lens is a great lens. I love it. It's really nice for really high light situations. None of my lenses are polarized because it's just really expensive that way. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get some polarized Oakleys, but I like the radars too much, and the polarized was just a little bit expensive for me. But the Plutonite lenses do filter 100% of all bad UVA, UVB, UVC rays, so your eyes are protected from that. It's just a glare issue at that point. It's kind of just annoying in really high light situations. But this lens is great for anything that's high to medium light, really. It blocks out a lot of glare. It has to be pretty sunny out to really mess this lens up and have some glare coming in, even though it's not polarized. But polarized, I'm sure it's even better. Much better, actually. So there's the case, just as I took my sunglasses out. It's got a front slit there for your lens and your secondary lens, and then it's got the main compartment there, right there for your sunglasses. They just fit right into that other slit. So now let's talk about the sunglasses. I got these, like I said, at my retail store. Now I have the fire iridium lens in there. I got those around Christmas time, I think. Great lens. All the iridium lenses are pretty expensive for the radar, though. All the iridium, or the mirror finish lenses, as you can see, you can't see my eyes. So all the mirror lenses are like $85, and if they're polarized, these lenses are like $165. So really expensive lenses, but totally worth it. The matte black frames are really nice looking. I don't like the polished black, but the matte I think looks really nice. The gunmetal O's look really nice. I like them, nice and shiny. Good contrast with the dull black to the shiny black. And then the white ear socks. I originally had black ear socks, but I like the way the white look and stand out a little more when they're on my head, because I have a little bit more dark hair. If I was blonde, maybe I would wear black ear socks, but I like the whites on darker hair a little bit, so a little bit better. These are really easy to change the lens out of, which makes it nice to have the secondary lens with the black iridium, because you can just swap it out really quick if you wanted a performance lens for a higher light situation. This fire iridium actually helps bring out greens and reds a little more than other lenses, so it makes for a beautiful contrast on a medium to kind of not so much bright light, but it can withstand bright light, but it's better for like a medium to just kind of in between medium and high light situations, and it makes for an absolutely beautiful contrast on like stuff like a golf course. You'll see, you know, the trees really well, and everything just pops that's green and like a reddish color. Greens and reds pop with the fire iridium lens, so really cool lens. It also came with the microfiber bag, so you can just clean your lenses up with these bags, but also I would highly suggest the cleaning kits. These are really nice, $10, and it comes with a really super soft microfiber cloth to clean the lens with, which is the only thing I use to clean the lens with, and a lifetime fill up of Oakley fluid, and you can't use any other fluid on your lens besides water, so it's really nice to have this when you have a bunch of dirt or anything else like that in your frames or all over your lens or whatever. Nice to clean up with the Oakley fluid that they give you, so really nice. But just real quick, I'll show you guys how easy it is to pop the lens out of the radar. As you can see, that nose piece does stick out of the lens a little bit. You just want to pinch it right there, and then also behind it sticks out pretty much equally as much. You just pinch and then pull it back, and as you can see now, it's back behind the lens, so the nose piece actually moves, and then from there you just kind of have to work it out a little bit, and it pops right out and nothing breaks. Plutonite is shatterproof, absolutely unbreakable plastic. I mean, you would have to shoot it to break it probably, and it's still shatterproof. It won't fracture into many pieces like glass. It'll just make a nice clean hole. But not that that helps anything. I'm just saying it is a very durable material. You cannot break this just by bending it. Read up on it. It says it on Oakley. I'm not making this up. I'm not just bullshitting it. But here are the frames without the lens. As you can see, just the frames. And then you can just swap in your new lens. I'm just going to put the fire iridiums back in because that's what I'm using in them right now. So, like I said, very easy. You see these little hooks right here? You just line them up inside the frame. It's really easy once you actually have it in your hands. And then after you do this, of course, give it a nice little rub down with the microfiber so you don't have any fingerprints all over it. You know how that goes on lenses. So now the lenses are actually back in the frame, and then from this point you just want to, it almost looks like you're hurting the sunglasses, or it feels like you're hurting the frame or the lens when you're doing this, but you kind of just have to mess with it, and then the nose piece pops right back in. And a lot of times the little rubber nose piece on the back, I don't know if you can see it that well, right there, will pop off a little bit, and there's just little hooks that you kind of have to put it onto. When you mess with it like that, sometimes it will come unlatched. And if you happen to break a nose piece, or like you break the actual like place where it hooks in and inside there, they give you, you can buy extra nose pieces for really, really cheap. So, so that's the Radar. Awesome, awesome sunglasses. Stick really well. I mean, as you can see, I can twist and do everything, and it's not even moving on my head. So especially with the God, I forget what they call this stuff, but it's basically, it becomes stickier when wet type rubber, and that helps also with sweat. Since this is a performance frame, as you get sweatier, it actually does stick to you better, and that's also on the inner rubber nose piece in there too, so it really sticks well to your head. And without it being wet, it's also very sticky. It has 3 points of contact, obviously one there, and one there. So that's the only thing keeping these sunglasses on my face, but they stay on absolutely fantastically. The O-frame, or the O-frame, O-matter is what Oakley calls it, is very flexible, as you can see, also virtually unbreakable. I like I'll mention one more thing, I like the hole in the frames here. They do have a straight stem where it's not, you can kind of see it, where it's not like so bent out right there. They do have one that just shoots straight down. It hugs your face a little tighter, but I like that one too, but I do like this one better because it vents, and I have a little bit of a wider face, so it pops a little bit in it out right here, and it just kind of forms a little hinge look, and I like that. So I just like the way it fit my face particularly. So awesome sunglasses. Highly recommend them to anyone, and only buy Oakley. It's the only way to go. They're backed with tons of technology. Check out their website. They are a little pricey, but with all the research and development that's into them, you'd be surprised. So thanks, guys.